Let's talk about one of my favorite e-commerce platforms, and I'm talking about the Avo app. Vishal Maharaj joins us. He's the Divisional Executive Beyond Banking at Nedbank. Vishal, good day to you and welcome. How are you doing?
No, Aki, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm doing well, and you?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. I can't believe that it's already 3 years since the Nedbank Avo app was launched back in 2020 during COVID. And it's been amazing. I've shopped there. I've been a very happy customer. How successful has the app been over the past 3 years? What have you seen? Because you launched in an interesting time, and there's obviously a bit of catch up with competitors out there. But what has it been like the last 3 years?
No, thanks for that question, Aki. And thank you for shopping on our app. We're privileged to have you as a customer. I really appreciate it. I think, firstly, yes, you're right. In fact, we launched in the month where South Africa went into lockdown. And it had been about a year before that when we punched the first line of code and was ready to really go to market with serious effort put into bringing to the market a super app. And a super app has to earn its right? It has to have multiple options for our consumers to meet their everyday needs and wants. It just can't be monolithic. And with all the effort the team put into play, coming to market in the month where we locked down, you would recall that there were a significant amount of categories of goods and services that could not be sold. In fact, it was rendered illegal, remember. And the only thing that could be sold
Yes.
was health services and goods and a couple of other things. And we were all going moggy for hand sanitizers at that point in time and face masks, etc. And obviously, food was essential services and goods, and that could be sold as well. But what inevitably happened was 80% of our app was actually rendered illegal on launch date. So we had to go back to the drawing board, repurpose Avo to become a app for essential goods and services. We launched, in partnership with our groceries partner, a groceries vertical where you could get your food delivered to you from some of South Africa's best well-known retailers to your door, same day or next day delivery. And that basically helped us into the market and grow our franchise. And then as lockdowns, pressures and restrictions started to lift, new verticals were introduced into the app, and probably our most successful vertical, at least in our home ecosystem, is the shopping vertical, where we have multiple categories of goods that we sell to consumers across electronics, DIY, home, fashion, etc. I think importantly, the app has done spectacularly well. It's definitely living up to our expectations. As Nedbank, when we started this journey of venturing into the super app environment, we had one core purpose in mind, to become far more entrenched and embedded in our customers' lives, to help them get great deals to everyday needs and wants, with great convenience and the gold standard experience. And in that way, becoming far more engaged and intimate in their lives as a financial services provider. We've seen spectacular scale. We've now almost on 2.5 million customers signed up on Avo, and we have thousands of businesses selling products and services on Avo, which is fantastic. We've also diversified, moved away purely from a B2C or a business to consumer marketplace, and we've diversified into a B2B marketplace where we have buyers and sellers. These are businesses trading in commodities. We've also launched Avo Auto, where we sell cars on Avo, which is really spectacular, and that business is scaling phenomenally well. We have around 700 and almost 750 dealers on the platform now, and we have an inventory of around 22,000 cars on show from our dealers that subscribe to us. And then ultimately, we've recently launched solar. We've always been purpose led in mindset, helping try to solve socioeconomic problems in South Africa, not just allowing for marketplaces to exist so that our consumers, businesses, and consumers can trade, but also looking at how we could engage in purpose built economic activities. And solar certainly represents that opportunity because of the rolling blackouts. We have a phenomenal resource in this country. We're blessed with regards to our sun exposure, and harnessing that power and giving consumers access to affordable solutions for solar energy is certainly paramount to our mission in that ecosystem. So all in all, has been scaling spectacularly well. And before we go any further, I'd really like to, and I'm humbled on behalf of the greater Nedbank team and the Avo team. Thank you for considering us as a leading super app in the market.
Yeah, well, listen, well done, and extraordinary how far the app has come from when it started off 3 years ago to where it is today, and all the stuff that you're selling. I only recently found out about the auto side, which is absolutely brilliant. The app itself has been quite interesting, and this has evolved quite a bit. Can you unpack a little bit about the app and how that's evolved over time?
No, absolutely. So once we started, COVID restrictions started to lift, we introduced our shopping vertical on the back of our grocery vertical, and then we went into on demand. On demand is takeaway and liquor on demand with delivery in 60 minutes. And then we started to shape our wares and vouchers vertical, where you can buy prepaid airtime and a whole host of chocolate box of vouchers, actually. One of the most richest offerings of vouchers that you can find online. But more importantly, beyond just the staple verticals that we have on Avo, to give consumers great value, great deals, big convenience, awesome experience. Um, we've also really utilized and harnessed our financial services uh, provider status to innovate around finance solutions, and in all of our ecosystems and platforms that we've brought to market. Whether you're in the home ecosystem and you're shopping for your favorite appliances or tech, you can get access to a variety of financial services options. Not only do we have secure debit and credit payments, but we also have a debit and credit card payments, but we also have some very innovative retail-friendly finance solutions. You can get a personal loan from Nedbank to fund your purchase on Avo Home. You could also, you know, get access to buy now, pay later products, which are becoming hugely popular in the market. And we also have a third party MobiCred facility for our MobiCred customers. Could also buy products on Avo through their extended credit facility with MobiCred. But beyond that, loyalty and rewards has been a core concept for us to be able to differentiate ourselves, not only financial services, to our competitors. And how that plays out is very exciting, actually. We have probably the first loyalty exchange in Avo. How that works is that, and the mission and the vision around this is to acquire as many loyalty programs on our platform to give those loyalty point holders a conduit to spend their points in a marketplace beyond what they traditionally spent it on. Avo becomes that marketplace. So our very first loyalty points partner was Big Brother Nedbank, obviously. Nedbank Greenbacks customers with their Greenbacks points can convert their Greenbacks to Avo points and spend on the platform. And we've seen significant ramp up with regards to our Greenbacks customers, really seeing Avo as a destination point for spending their Greenbacks. But then things really started getting exciting when we got our first loyalty partner outside of the Nedbank boundaries. And that was actually SAA Voyager. SAA Voyager miles is exchangeable in Avo, and we've seen significant number of SAA Voyager miles being redeemed for Avo points, and then the holders of those points go on to buy to their heart's content on Avo. And our loyalty scheme is really centered also around our greenbacks program. In that, I think we probably the only bank in South Africa where a loyalty customer can spend on a marketplace, earn Avo points. They get 1% cash back for everything they buy on that marketplace, on our B2C marketplace. But also, if they use a Nedbank card, they get 1%, up to 1% cash back. Terms and T's and C's apply, obviously, for utilizing their Nedbank card on our platform. Double the rewards. But beyond that, if you have an Amex card through Nedbank, you get up to 2% in cash back, which is phenomenal. But we've also, collaborated deeply within to give our greenbacks customers even more value. So you would see throughout the year, and specifically over this period being Black Friday, or the run up to Black Friday, greenbacks customers are enjoying significant rewards, another 10% on deeply discounted goods. And that's a huge attraction for why one would want to become a Nedbank customer if you join the dots. I think it's important, however, to state that Avo is from Nedbank, but it's for all South Africans, irrespective of which bank you bank with.
Yes.
And we go out of our way to deliver value to all consumers in South Africa.
Great stuff. You look at super apps. You mentioned super apps earlier. Why are super apps so popular? And what sets yours apart from others? Obviously, you've got a lot of flexibility on yours. There's great deals. I mean, you mentioned the loyalty as well, but it's big business super apps. So what's sets Avo apart from the others?
Yeah, I think firstly, the concept of a super app has its genesis in Southeast Asia, as you would know. The giant
Yes.
super apps of the world, including Rakuten in Japan, Alipay or Alibaba in China, Gojek in Indonesia, and what sets these certainly these brands that we as a super app aspire to apart from the rest is their intimate knowledge utilizing data science, AI, machine learning, just data driven insights around their customers so they can personalize offers to their customers. Certainly that's
Yeah.
the cornerstone of our differentiator, I believe. We certainly have a place where we can really harness the power of data. I think importantly, we're a bank and we understand people's financial services behavior, their financial services data. But we're also a marketplace where we can understand consumer patterns, consumer spending behavior and trends. And, the merging the two give us a very nice homogeneous data platform on which to derive some significant insights around providing personalized offers, micro segmentation to our customers, so that not everybody feels that they're the same. I think that's a key differentiator. I touched on also, the fact that we a financial services organization and a constant innovator in financial services, and we're constantly looking at either partnering with third-party financial services providers or developing ingrown or homegrown solutions for financial services. And we significant success in that on that basis. We have a market-leading product in our Avo B2B marketplace. It's a stock financing solution.
Right.
It's the first time, as a bank, we've launched a stock financing solution where businesses trade with each other and they get up to 60 days interest free. Now, that's a phenomenal product because as a business, you don't necessarily want to sign into long-term debt obligations. But having a up to 60-day revolving credit facility available to me to buy goods on the platform for resale, that helps your working capital solutions and cash flow situation for any business that finds themselves cash strapped to be able to trade. So it's those sorts of things I believe also from a financial services innovation perspective that really sets us apart from our competitors. Certainly, I still think
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
loyalty rewards is a flagship, um, but also what we've done is as a Avo marketplace, specifically in the B2C space, is that we've constantly looked to really become a preferred marketplace, not only for consumers as a destination point, but also for our sellers who sell product on our platform, as well as our big partners, our corporate partners. And we continuously, refining our experience and earning the right to become authorized reseller status for multiple global brands. And I think that gives us significant um, power in terms of negotiating the best price for our consumers. We're an authorized reseller of Apple. Not many get to own that status in South Africa, and we're very privileged to own that status. And Apple is certainly becoming a staple product for us. And a lot of South Africans, when they look for Apple these days, they realize that Avo is probably the cheapest Apple provider of product, and they're coming to our doors and they're shopping. We're also a Samsung authorized reseller, and as we start to tie up more relationships, we'll certainly look to give more value back to our clients, and that's certainly, I think, a key differentiator for us as well.
And could you expand on the rewards offerings that form part of SuperShop? Because that's quite significant, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the rewards offerings I've mentioned, if you just any South African shopping on Avo, you get deeply discounted products at your fingertips. Beyond that, for every basket of goods you check out of Avo, you get 1% cash back, which is, I think, a phenomenal rewards program. It's great. It's great for sellers as well, because just by virtue of them selling product on our platform, they get access to their own loyalty and rewards scheme, which we fund as Avo, because
Yes.
customers shopping their products on the Avo platform are getting 1% cash back. And as the points accumulate, whether you buy a pizza, or whether you buy the latest Apple phone, or whether you buy, a three-piece lounge suite, you're getting 1% cash back. And you see those, and even if you buy a voucher on Avo, you get 1% cash back, or airtime or data. And as these points start to accumulate, you buy more of what you love as a consumer. And if you love the brands on Avo, tend to pivot towards those brands, and you buy more and you reward, and our sellers get rewarded for being part of our platform in that guise. But beyond that, as I said, we seriously differentiating value for our Nedbank customers. Greenbacks customers get even bigger discounts on top of the deeply discounted goods. I've had a multiple Greenbacks customers reach out to me recently, and I guess, as the run up to Black Friday happens, a lot of customers have saved over the last couple of months, waiting to get that must want item, or must need item, and a lot of testimonials are coming my way to just say, great thanks to Nedbank. I saw PS5 lowest in the market was 14,399. I won't mention our competitor, but because I'm a Greenbacks customer, I got a further 10% discount on the deeply discounted PS5, and I only paid 12,000 rand. I mean, that is phenomenal. It
Gee.
it it actually is, it's heart wrenching in a good way, when customers give us those testimonials, because we're making a difference. We're putting that smiles on our
Yeah,
customers'
exactly.
faces, and I have no doubt, as we move into Christmas and this festive period, we'll create a lot more smiles. So the rewards just go on and on and on.
Okay. No, listen, and of course, if you are a Nedbank customer, you've got an Amex card, etc., you can really work it in your favor. Talking about Black Friday, what plans do you guys have for Black Friday? I imagine that Black Friday is going to be your busiest day of the year. It's going to be pretty massive. What plans do you guys have?
Yeah, look, we've already started Black Friday. We've caught on to the trend in the
Yes.
market, where it's not Black Friday anymore, but Black November, right? So certainly
Yeah,
from week
yeah.
1 of November, we've been pumping significant deals into the market. Our latest campaign over the last week was up to 66% off on really awesome products on Avo. We've obviously keeping the best for Black Friday, but we would definitely be centered around a couple of things. We want to do Black Friday responsibly. We want to make sure that when our loyal customers buy on Avo, that we can fulfill the promise of delivery within the service level agreements that we've provided to our customers. As you can imagine, over Black Friday, um, things go haywire. Customers just
Yeah, yeah.
go moggy on the platforms. They buy a lot, and we're grateful for that. But after the purchase, you still have to deliver those goods to homes, and it's important for us to optimize and have a well-oiled value chain in terms of fulfilling on the customer promise. So we'll center around products where we've creates great harmony between ourselves and sellers who, live the credo of great customer experience for our customers, and are signing up to being able to deliver within the SLAs. And that, in many ways, then crafts the narrative around what we offer on the platform. So we're going to go big on Apple. We're going to go big on Samsung. I think we're going to really take it to our competitors with some awesome specials. Already in the market, we're seeing the best priced iPhone 14s, and even the iPhone 15 as it starts to take traction in the market. We're seeing some awesome prices around iPads and the works. We're going to go big on Samsung, like I said. But more specifically, and I think this is very contemporary, we've been able to craft really awesome and secure really awesome supply chains with providers of solar solutions and backup solutions. In many ways, we've crafted relationships
Mm,
directly with
mm.
manufacturers in China. And these are well-known brands, the likes of SunSync, the likes of Canadian Solar, and all these brands that consumers in South Africa have learned to trust. We would be bringing those products to market at deeply discounted goods, and that's what our consumers should look forward to. Is that if
Ah,
you haven't been able to afford that solar energy solution or that backup solution because it's usually expensive, watch the space on Evo. It's gonna hit home, and it's gonna hit home nicely.
yeah. Well, listen. I hope you got the hint from Vishal there. Visit the app daily to see what the specials are because they keep changing. And you got that hint. Don't say you weren't warned about the big ones still coming on Black Friday, including Apple, Samsung, etc. Vishal, do you have any other exciting future plans for Evo? And I'm sure you do because this platform is evolving so much, and it's incredible to see how far you guys have come in the last 3 years. What's coming up in the future? What can you share with us?
Yeah, I think. Look, in terms of Evo, we've always seen big success, not only for us as a business, but also for our consumers, for our sellers and our businesses that actively trade on our platform, selling their goods and services. We've always seen the best outcomes for everybody when we're purpose led. Recently, our solar business has really taken heights. We've become a significant player in the solar space. In our first month of operations, we installed solar energy in over 50 homes, which is fantastic, and that business continues to scale. So what we would be doing, Aki, is trying to solve socioeconomic aspects of society. We we did that with solar. There's multiple other avenues that we would continue to explore, including education, which our country certainly needs far more investment in. Safety and security has always been a big theme of ours. Um, you know, we can't look past the fact that we are a country of limited resources, and like we've had issues with our power utility service. Water shedding could become an issue in the near future. How can we, as Avo, bring really well priced, quality, high warranty period water solutions to South Africa, like we've done in the past with power. Certainly, we would
Yeah,
look
yeah.
to construct propositions around that. But I think more specifically, we'll continue to innovate as a financial services provider, bringing seamless, frictionless finance to our customers. Taking the pain out of applying for a credit product, and then accelerating that purchase through getting approved for the credit product and the funds on Avo to make that really important purchase that you want to make. So certainly that'll be a big theme, and we've got some really exciting products on the horizon that we bring into to the market, and we would embed these finance propositions deeply into our journeys to make it easy for our customers to acquire those financial services products, and through that acquire the goods they want.
Very, very exciting times. Vishal Maharaj, Divisional Executive Beyond Banking at Nedbank. Thank you so much for sharing those insights on Avo. It's a fantastic platform, and wishing you every success going forward. Congratulations. I love shopping on Avo, and I wish you many, many more years of success. And you guys have really broadened it up completely. I mean, you can get virtually anything on Avo, and I see that's where your vision is going forward. Thank you so much for your time, Vishal.
Thank you, Aki. It's been an absolute pleasure.